Okay, so today we're going to deep dive into this Caribbean restaurant.
Oh, Caribbean.
Yeah, Lalou's.
Oh, no?
It's in Hollywood, Florida. So not the Hollywood you're thinking of.
Not California.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the source material we have is basically like a little blurb like you'd see in an ad or something like that.
Okay.
But it's got some pretty interesting details in it. So
All right, I'm ready.
yeah. So right away they emphasize this welcoming and clean environment, where people feel at home,
Right.
which I mean is pretty standard for a restaurant, I guess.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Right, but they're kind of connecting it specifically to this idea of having like real deal, like Haitian Creole flavor.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's
It's
like,
not just any Caribbean food. It's
right.
Yeah.
It's very specific, and I feel like they're trying to signal that like right away.
Yeah, that makes sense because not all Caribbean cuisine is the same. Haitian Creole specifically has this fascinating blend of influences. Like you've got African French and even some indigenous Taino traditions in there.
Yeah.
So, there's already a lot of cultural depth potentially just in the food itself.
Oh, absolutely. And actually, speaking of the food, their menu is like massive.
Oh, wow.
They've got breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks.
Okay, they've got it all.
Yeah. But there are a couple things that I feel like we should highlight because
Yeah.
they're just so interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So first of all, they have this like special breakfast.
Okay.
Like, what do you think that is?
Special breakfast.
Yeah. What comes to mind when you hear that?
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards like a classic Haitian breakfast dish.
Okay.
Maybe something that's like a staple in Haitian households, but you wouldn't necessarily find everywhere else.
Oh, interesting.
Like a way to signal their authenticity right from the start of the day.
I see.
Maybe something like diriak john,
Okay.
which is this amazing rice dish with black mushrooms that has this really unique earthy flavor.
I've actually had that before. It's delicious.
It's so good.
It is.
And that would actually tie in really well with the whole terroir concept that they mentioned later in the ad.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So maybe they're hinting at that with this special breakfast.
Ooh, sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing that caught my eye was this Lalou seafood and meat mix.
Seafood and meat mix.
Yeah, like
What
that's
that-
going on there.
I mean, it sounds kind of adventurous, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I think it could be another way they're reflecting that blend of different culinary traditions. Like Haitian cuisine often combines ingredients in ways you might not see elsewhere.
Okay.
So maybe we're talking fresh seafood, like fish or shrimp, combined with some kind of slow-cooked meat, maybe some goat or beef.
Ooh, yeah.
And then all of that infused with those distinctive Haitian spices.
Give me all the details.
Yeah, so think like Scotch bonnet peppers, cloves, garlic, all that good stuff.
Okay, now we're talking. And then they also offer like straight up goat oxtails and even cow feet,
Wow, okay.
which like you don't see that everywhere.
No, you definitely don't see that on every menu.
Yeah, and I feel like that just further emphasizes that they're going for like a really authentic Haitian experience.
Absolutely. I mean, those are dishes that really speak to the heart of Haitian home cooking,
Right.
They've been passed down through generations, so it shows they're not just trying to do like Caribbean-inspired food. They're going for the real deal.
Exactly. And then there's this thing called family dinner, which they offer daily.
Family dinner, okay.
Yeah, now I'm picturing like a giant platter of food meant for sharing,
Yeah, like a Haitian feast.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, so I wonder what that's all about.
I know. I wonder if it's like a fixed menu or something, maybe featuring a selection of their most popular dishes, or maybe even some more traditional ones that are meant to be enjoyed communally.
Okay.
That would really lean into that idea of Lalou being a home away from home.
Yeah.
Creating a shared experience for the diners.
Right. Oh, and that brings us to this phrase that they use in the blurb. It says the food tastes like le goût du terroir.
Ah, yes, le goût du terroir.
You kind of touched on this earlier.
Yeah.
But for our listeners who maybe aren't familiar with the term, could you break down what terroir really means?
Of course. So terroir is this fascinating concept that essentially means the food carries the essence of the place it comes from.
Okay.
And it's not just about the ingredients themselves, It's about the soil, the climate, the traditional farming practices, even the cultural history of a region.
Wow.
So when Lalou says their food has le goût du terroir, they're suggesting that it captures the true spirit of Haiti. It's
Yeah,
like they're trying to transport you there with every bite.
So it's more than just like a fancy way of saying local ingredients.
Exactly. It's about capturing a sense of place, a cultural identity in the food itself.
That's so cool. And it's really interesting that they highlight this concept because it shows they're really going for an authentic experience.
Yeah, I agree. It's not just about making tasty food. It's about recreating a specific culinary tradition.
Right. And they also emphasize their commitment to like sanitary standards and good service.
Right.
So it's like they're trying to cover all the bases.
They want to create the whole package.
Yeah, from the taste of the food to the overall dining experience.
And it makes sense because it all circles back to that feeling of home they keep mentioning,
Yeah.
Cleanliness, good service. It all contributes to making people feel welcome and comfortable, like they're being taken care of.
Right, like you're part of the family.
Exactly.
So basically, Lalou is promising delicious Caribbean food with a focus on those authentic Haitian Creole flavors.
Right.
A warm and welcoming atmosphere and just like overall high quality in every aspect of the dining experience.
It sounds fantastic. Honestly, the thing that really intrigues me is whether they actually pull it off.
Yeah.
Like, can they really bring that terroir all the way to Florida?
Right.
It's a tall order to capture the essence of a place that's so far removed geographically and culturally.
That's true.
So I'd be really curious to see how they achieve that, how they create that sense of place so far from Haiti.
It definitely makes you think.
Yeah.
And I guess the only way to find out is to try it for yourself.
Exactly.
So if you're ever in Hollywood, Florida, and you're looking for some amazing Haitian Creole cuisine, you can find Lalou at 6133 Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay.
And you can make reservations by calling 954-589-2364 or 305-308-2877.
Great.
That's all the info we've got for you today, but thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Lalou.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.